secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed here. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it here. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt, they try to bring me down. See me winning, you ain't like me then.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you. Alright, today what we're gonna be talking about is a two-way physical lob threat build. If you want to send me rare builds, please join my Discord. The link's in the description. Obviously, if you're looking to run with teammates for rec, pro-am, park, you're trying to join a crew, you have builds, you want to talk about basketball, anything, it's all in my Discord. Link in the description. Join up. And obviously, I'm in there too. I'm very active. So if you want to speak to me, that's another way to be able to get in contact with me, all right? But if you have builds, send them to me in my Discord, all right? So anyway, this build is 6'6", 235 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan, okay? Now, what you're gonna see here is a lot of just in and out, trying to keep the name, but also knowing that cat breakers are gonna come through in the clutch and really make this thing great. So let me point out a couple things that is really gonna change this thing around. So as you see, I have a 79 offensive, 79 defensive, right? Now, if you come over to takeovers and you want to be able to get the crasher takeover, you need an 80 defensive rebound and an 80 offensive rebound and a 80 strength. So all you have to do is just go ahead and get an 80. So like if you'll see, we come here, right, and move these things down, you'll be able to get that. Now, of course, this changes the name, so that's why we're not doing that. But you can see you get crashers, so you know cat breakers is something that you want to use there. Getting crasher take on a shooting guard is crazy, all right? I'm just letting you know that it's crazy work. Now, is it troll? Yes, but just to have the ability to get that is insane as it is, okay? Same thing for your speed with ball. If you want to be able to get blur, as you see, you need an 85 ball handle and 80 speed with ball. Couple cat breakers here is going to change that. So as you can see, you're basically opening up to be able to get almost every single takeover in this game. Then of course here, 83. If you get 83, it'll give you limitless range on bronze. So that's another cat breaker you can utilize right there. And then of course, you know, we can just from here go ahead and break down some other things. So as you can see here, we have an 80 driving layup that gives you physical finisher on silver. Again, I'm really big on physical finisher, so I definitely always max +2 that to get that Hall of Fame. Driving dunk will get an immense boost when we get the cat breakers, so we'll talk about that in a second. 80 standing dunk is really, really good. Obviously, it gives you rise up on silver, so to have an 81 standing dunk on a 6'6" guard is pretty intense, right? And again, this is what makes this lob threat pretty significant in my opinion. 80 on the mid-range jump shot. I just go 80. Even though you can go 75, I go 80, but you could drop this down to 75 and work your way around for some stuff. But I like having that 80 threshold in the mid-range to help me with my fades and stuff there. Leaners, hop jumpers. 85 free throw, because of course for rec. 77 pass accuracy. You're not really a shooting guard. I mean a point guard, you're not the primary ball handler. But I did go 77 because this gives you De'Aaron Fox passing style. So that's why I did that. Then on defense. Defense is pretty good, man. You're two-way for a reason. 80 interior defense, okay? 85 perimeter defense. And again, all of these can be max +1 or max +2 candidates. Still 73 interceptor on silver, just max +1 that, get that to gold. And of course you're cooking with grease because that is going to basically be gold. Interceptor is like the threshold that you really start to get good animations, okay? 74 on the block, right? You could go ahead and use some cat breaks at the 78 to get high fly down on silver, but nah, I'm just good with getting that bronze paint patroller. We talked about the rebounding, and don't sleep on the fact that you got a guard that can get 80, that has 80 offensive defensive rebound. Okay. Oh, and also it'll give you silver rebound chaser, right? That's something to keep in mind also. Okay. Then you have the 85 speed, which is a must. 84 on your agility, and then of course 85 on the strength, which will give you move on forcer on gold. So again, do not sleep on that. You have gold and move on forcer, and then you have the 80 vert, which obviously will be there for your posterizer. Okay. So I just think this is insane. The takeovers you get. You get crasher, you get sharpshooter, you get poster machine, you get blur. You just don't see these on a guard build, right? You just don't see that type of stuff on a guard build, but you will be able to get that with this one, okay? So now, as you can see right here, we're gonna be called, like I said, a two-way physical lob threat. I think that's really, really good with no weaknesses. So yeah, that's another positive when the game says, yo, this build has no weaknesses. This thing is flawless. All right. So what we're gonna do here is back out here and go right here. Boom. All right. Now, let's take a look at these cap breakers. So as you can see right here, first let's talk about this: 80, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. So this gives you a 92. So it's one off. I think about that, but it's one off from getting 93 to get gold posterizer. So that's something to take in consideration. Maybe you can mess around with it a little bit more and try to get this to a 93, but you know, it's really up to you. I don't know if the game's gonna allow that, so that's something to keep in mind. Anywho, so you can go here, or you can just go 80, let me see, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. You can just use 4 cap breakers here, get to a 90. That give you the 1 foot and 2 foot pro contact dunk animations, and with the silver posterizer, that can be an option also, okay? Then of course, now let's talk about, so let's just break down the cap breakers. I get 15 because I got 13, I get 2 for my crew. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5 for the 83, 6, 7, because I think that 6, 7, I know y'all gonna see in the comments. That's gonna be for the 86 ball handle, that gives you silver ankle breaker. And then 8 for the 80 speed with ball, right? And then 9 for the 80, and then 10, so that's 79, 80, 81, 82, 83. Yeah, 10, because I want to see what that give me anything, nothing doesn't. I think it might give you gold box out though, maybe. So you might want to use that. But right now, we're at 10. And that leaves you with 5 extra cap breakers to work with. And again, this is really up to you. But one thing I definitely like, I don't know if this is gonna see 82, 4, 5, 6, that's 87. Let's see here, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 99. Well, this gives you 91. So then if you go 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, that'll give you a 91 steal. So what you can be looking at is a 91 steal, 80 offensive rebound, 83 defensive rebound, which will give you the crash or takeover. Then you have 86 ball handle, 80 speed with ball, 83 3 ball with a 90 driving dunk. Let that sink in. That's actually really, really good. You just don't see builds like this at the guard spot. This is like a physical guard here. This is like Dwayne Wade, obviously a little bit taller, but you know Dwayne Wade was a good rebounder. Or you can even say Russell Westbrook, right? In another sense that this build is great at steals and is good at rebounding, but it's way much better shooter. Like obviously this shoots really well, and Wade and Westbrook aren't known for being really good shooters. Hell, Dwayne Wade shot like 29% for his career. But regardless, this build does a lot. It does a little bit of everything, and I think that's what makes this build really special. That's why I had to drop it. Two-way physical lob threat. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Is this a W? Is it an L? But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Jimmy. I'll be back really, really soon on the Banger Man. You know, when I say back soon on the Banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.